This film felt like a film out of time. Maybe like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, this had come out, the world would just be like, this is the most phenomenal thing ever. Nowadays, doesn't really slide. But there were good things about it, and as well as Tom Hardy giving another great villain voice.
Eddie, from the way I see it, we can do whatever we want. Lung pancreas. When I was on my planet, Eddie, I was a loser. Like you. But here, we can be more like an armless, legless thing. Like a turd in the wind.
I was born in darkness, molded by it.
Unfortunately, there were also a lot of subpar things as well. And Tom Hardy was basically the giant glaring good thing about the film. Yeah, him, his relationship with Venom, his physicality, everything about him in this film worked. And just on his relationship with Venom, it's not what I expected I'd get from this film. I didn't think we'd actually get something meaningful and positive and something that would be a really good growing point for a potential franchise. But the way they interacted together on screen and their chemistry, even though it was Tom Hardy playing Venom, it just worked really well. And you felt the amount of improvisation on set. I think it's why the film was good at the same time bad. There might have been maybe too much improvisation, but some of the best things in the film were probably improvised. It was fresh and different. I mean, Venom CGI itself was solid. It was okay. Sometimes it was a bit iffy. I'll be completely unbiased. Sometimes it was a bit odd. Most of the time, it looked pretty slick. That's basically all the positives, to be honest with you. There's not really a ton. There was a really good scene Tom Hardy did actually in a restaurant with some lobsters. I saw it coming and I was like, he's not gonna do this. They're not gonna do this in the film. And I was like, they just went and fucking did it. I hope that was improvised so badly. I really hope it was improvised. I don't think it was, but that would have been the most ridiculous thing. Because thinking about something like that happening in real life, I don't know what the reaction from the people in the restaurant would be, but it was hilarious. It'll stick in my mind. Dr. Dan was good as well. I liked his chemistry with Eddie. It really worked, and I want to see how that builds if they make another film in this franchise. Because when they first met, I was like, this could be awkward. But after that first interaction, I was like, this is a great relationship. And it's going to be hilarious to see on screen in the future. Unfortunately, his relationship with Michelle Williams in the film was utter shit. They had no chemistry at all. There was nothing there. And I haven't noticed this in years in a film where they've made a proper big budget film and the chemistry testing obviously just wasn't working because they just didn't match well together for some reason. Riz Ahmed as well. I like the guy. I like him in most of the things he's been in, but in this, he was pretty garbage. And I don't know if it was him or the character, but something was off. It just didn't work. Maybe it wasn't because it was the best character. It was just the villain who thinks he's doing something righteous and right, but it was superficial. Like, there was no character development or character depth to him. It was just like, I'm doing this because of this. There was no real feeling in the character for their want of doing something that they believe is right. It's not like the Thanos thing, where he feels he's doing right, but you know he's doing wrong. And some people would maybe agree with Thanos. I don't think anyone agreed with Carlton Drake here. After you've watched Infinity War, and it's been a couple of days, and you haven't reconsidered your viewpoint on whether Thanos is right or wrong, maybe you need some help. I know coming out of the film, I was like, maybe he's right. And I was like, no, he's not right. He's not right. So, you know, maybe reconsider some things. The storyline with Riot also wasn't very good. I'm sorry. I mean, now I'm thinking about it as well. The character design for Riot was not good either, really. I mean, I remember seeing those dark scenes, night shots. There were a lot of night shots in this film, almost too many. And when it really comes down to it, why were they really night shots? I mean, it's to cheap out on CGI, so you can get away with more things, but at the same time, you're harming your product because I couldn't see shit. Like, there were times when I was like, this is like Black Panther. Like, in Black Panther, that first action scene where he's saving those people in the truck, it's awfully shot because you can't see much. You can't see anything, and that's what I felt with this. If Riot was maybe a different color, maybe they could have got away with it, but you didn't need the silver, shiny silver to go with the shiny black and the white, because you got confused as to who was fighting and what was happening at certain times. There was a campiness to it, especially that first 30 minutes. Like, that first 30 minutes was a bit hard to get through at times, but it got better as the film went on, and I think The second act in the film was definitely the strongest. The third act was a bit weak. The editing was okay. There was a great chase scene as well, which went on maybe a bit too long, but it was a really, really cool thing to see. I didn't know how a Venom film without Spider-Man would go. I think they did as good a job as you can without including your friendly neighborhood web singer in there. But I think this film from the start, from pre-production, would have been better served with Spider-Man in it than not. Now, with the way they've shot it and the way the story has gone, Spider-Man just doesn't fit in this universe. The way that Venom's powers have been shown and what he's capable of, Spider-Man wouldn't have a chance against him. This is a spoiler here, but there seem to be some continuity issues as well. Like, when a symbiote goes from one body to another, it seems like it kills the host it was in before it changed to a different host, right? But apparently, when it was Michelle Williams' character, Venom can change without killing. It sort of didn't make sense, and they didn't really make clear whether that was a choice of the symbiote or if it was just how it worked. I think they sort of broke their own canon there, and I don't like that. There was one point in the film where I thought, hang on a second, guys, this doesn't make any fucking sense. It was when Eddie broke into the Life Foundation, and Riz Ahmed's character, Carlton Drake, is literally just like, who is it? We need to find the symbiote. Who is the symbiote? Who has it? Who has the symbiote? This is basically the conversation for like 10 minutes of the film. And then I thought to myself, hang on, this is $1 billion complex probably. Where's the CCTV? Like, you can say, oh, no one saw him. But you're going to tell me in $1 billion technology company, research company with all this stuff that has implications for the future of the world, you're going to say there's not CCTV? I'm not having it. And from that point, I was just like, jeez, that's so stupid. The fact that that was written into the script, it blows my mind. But hey, it is what it is, you know? I mean, it could have been better. It could have been a lot worse. I liked it overall. I enjoyed it. It's a film I might rewatch come down the line. If it's on Netflix or on Amazon Prime, one of those services, I might rewatch it. I'm not going to buy the DVD. But it was enjoyable. It was fun. If you just completely ignored all the stupid shit in it, you could have a good time. So what would I give it out of 10? This is always the crux of it, isn't it? I think I'm going to stop rating films. I really do. I think there were good things in the film. There were bad things in the film. Some of the dialogue was great. Some of it was shit. The editing was pretty good. The CGI was solid. But the story, I think, and the crux of the film being that just didn't really flow very well at all, unfortunately. So that's the truth. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Venom himself is gonna come after you, and you don't want that. You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been great, and I'll see you next time. Skadoosh.